school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darling's Auto Group. You'll do better at Darling's. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Pucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. Let's get you out to the game.
And welcome to Hermon for tonight's Class B girls soccer matchup between the John Bapst Crusaders and the Hermon Hawks. You see the records right there. A beautiful night for soccer here in Hermon as we're about 15 minutes away from the kick. We welcome you into the Darlings pregame show and into the Quirk broadcast booth. I'm Mark Paulette, joined on tonight's broadcast by Ernie Clark. And Ernie, these are two teams that come this time, and well, not this time, come the end of the season, what I'm trying to say. They expect to be at the top of the standings. We're seeing the matchup in the early going.
Yes, indeed. Well, they both were last year. Hermon, of course, winning the Class B North Championship. John Bapst got to the semifinals and knocked off, got beat by Madomic Valley. And Hermon, of course, beat Madomic Valley in the regional final to advance to the state game for the third time in the last 4 years. So these are two teams that are used to being playing deep into the season and potentially a good test for each other. Hermon's got off to a great start. They've outscored their first three opponents by a count of 20-1. Just very explosive offense. Will be without their goalie tonight, Becca Bomas, who got injured during pregame warmups against MDI the other day. That was their last game that Hermon had played. So there'll be a replacement in goalie that we'll get to in just a minute. But again, it's a lot of the Hermon defense is offense too, where they control the ball. But John Bapst is they've not allowed a goal yet. They've only played 2 matches, but they've got a couple of wins over Ellsworth 2-0 and Oceanside of Rockland 3-0. They're not giving any goals up. They've got just 5 goals in those 2 games, 5 different scorers. So that makes for an interesting. Whereas Hermon's got plenty of scorers too, but they've got 2 individuals that stand out in Natalie Tardy and Madison Stewart, who have combined for I think it's 150 something goals as high school careers. Well, actually 158, 70, and 88 and they're off to a good start this year with 12 of those 20 goals that Hermon has scored in the first 3 games.
A talented strike force for the Hermon Hawks. Let's take a look at these Class B North standings. Battle of early season unbeatens here. You see Hermon in the 7th spot at 3-0-0. John Bapst in the 8th spot at 2-0-0. It's Madomic Valley up at the top, a team you were just talking about there with last season's results. 4-0 so far for Madomic Valley, hanging out at the top. You also have Skowhegan with a 3-0-0 record in there as well. 4 teams remaining unbeaten, well, undefeated, I should say. No ties, no nothing at this point in Class B.
No, and we're getting to the point now where 16 games in the regular season, we're at about the 25% mark, quarter pole. And you start to see these things sort themselves out. John Bapst with just the 2 games, so they have a chance, with a win here or with a win in their next game to move up the standings either way, because they will add games to their to what they've played so far. They're behind everybody else. I don't think there's anybody else in the division that's played only 2 games. I don't see any right there, so
no.
They've got some catching up to do.
It is funny, Ellsworth, you see them occupying the 5 spot currently, 2-2. The 2 losses came to the 2 teams that we're watching out there today. So as you talk about the early season standings trying to settle themselves a bit.
Yeah, Hermon, a 6-0 win over Ellsworth in a game we had here on Ticket TV a couple weeks ago. Season opener, I think, for both teams. And that was, they were very dominant in that game, the Hawks were. And then Ellsworth beat them a 2-0 in what turned out to be their first game as well, the Crusaders' first game.
That peak of the standings brought to you by Acadia Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution with 8 branches, 3 of them in Bangor, and a new location coming to Brewer. Find out how Acadia can enrich your life at acadiafcu.org. We are presented in part by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a Deere. And Extra Value Meals are officially back. McDonald's is making bold moves to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer, to find offers you won't want to miss. We need to take a time out here in our pregame show. On the other side of it, a look at the rosters, a deeper dive on the Crusaders and the Hawks, coming up next on the Darlings pregame show.
That's not because of it.
Darlings Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darlings Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darlings Kia. You'll do better at Darlings.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a Deere. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Back here in Hermon for this early season matchup of unbeatens between the Crusaders and the Hawks. Girls soccer coming your way in about 7 minutes time here on Ticket TV. Our coverage presented by Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. Time to take a look at the rosters for these two squads. We'll begin with the visitors from John Bapst, and this team pretty evenly split between sophomores, juniors, and seniors, though the majority of the squad made up of the two middle classes, sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, not too many seniors, actually, just 3 on the varsity roster. 7 juniors, 8 sophomores, 1 freshman, 19 total players, but led by Quinn Bennett, the daughter of the head coach, Greg Bennett. She was, as a freshman, was a first-team all-conference performer last year, and she has a goal and 3 assists here in the first 2 matches for the Crusaders.
As for the home side, the Hermon Hawks, 6 sophomores, 4 juniors, 6 seniors. You got a couple of freshmen out there as well, and they use everybody.
Yeah, they do, and that's part of the secret to their success. A lot of the young players get to play early in their careers, and so by the time they're sophomores, they're grizzled veterans, so to speak. And one of those is Peyton Garrett, who is a sophomore midfielder. She's already got, I believe, 3 goals and 6 assists on the season, and it's just a heck of a player. Had a great freshman season for Hermon in the center midfield role in support of the big scorers in Tardy and Madison Stewart.
That look at the rosters presented by UMaine Online. 60-plus online degree and certificate programs offered through Maine's flagship university. You can apply now, umaine.edu/online. Our coverage on Ticket TV presented by Darlings. This is the Darlings pregame show. Darlings in Bangor has you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com. We're also presented by Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. Whether you're watching some sports at the bar, taking the family out for a great meal and some fun, Heroes is the place to be. The official sports grill of Ticket TV in downtown Bangor and at heroesportsgrill.com. And Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment or office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. Another timeout as we make our way towards the kick. It's the Hawks and the Crusaders in about 5 minutes on Ticket TV.
Used to be the games would start with the goalie down here looking.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
With Thomas College, it's possible to earn a degree in 3 years and a master's in 1. It's possible to find yourself graduating career-ready through one of the nation's first guaranteed jobs programs. It's possible to become the future you, the one you dream to be. Because for 130 years, we've been dedicated to helping students unlock their possible. Because we're in the business of possible. That's Thomas College. Unlock your possible at thomas.edu.
New or used? What's your preference? If you prefer to buy used, it's smart to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle from Down East. Here's why. All vehicles go through a rigorous 160-point inspection. They come with comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. It's true, the best new cars do make the best used cars. For Toyota certified used vehicles, all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
For over 80 years, Seaboard Federal Credit Union has been putting its members first. Founded in 1940, we've grown alongside our communities with branches in Bucksport, Ellsworth, and Hermon. We're not a big bank, and we're proud of that. We're member-owned, community-driven, and here to help you build a better financial future. Whether it's saving for a goal, buying your first home, or simply managing everyday life. Seaboard Federal Credit Union, the smart place for your money.
Back in Hermon, Pottle Field at the Pottle Sports Complex, Ticket TV, presented by Dean's Detailing. For over 5 decades, Dean's has been Maine's auto detailing leader. Renew your vehicle's appearance, protect your auto investment, look good, and feel good in a clean, shiny car. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. We're also presented by the Furniture Gallery. They're a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Topsom, and Windham. They offer a great selection of furniture for every room in your home, from great brands like Ashley, Flex Steel, and more. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery. Well, Ernie, we mentioned earlier in the pregame show that there's a switch for the Hermon Hawks, and you're taking a look at it right now on your screen. Hermon coming off a 3-0 victory in MDI their last time out. They had to do so with a new keeper right there.
Brooklyn Kelly there in the pink, number 3, stepping into goal for Becca Balmas, who had started last year, was last year's starter, her first-year goalie a year ago, and did very well. 12 shutouts in 14 regular season games. And Brooklyn Kelly, a little shorter than Balmas. Balmas is a center on the high school basketball team, but listed as, she's a sophomore, listed as a defender and a midfielder. So they've been giving her some work here in advance of the start of this game, just trying a lot of different shots from a lot of different angles and testing her. The good thing for her is as the days have gotten shorter and the sun is not as high in the sky, the previous couple of games we've done here, actually 3, I think we did 2 girls and 1 boys. All those games started, well, one was a 4 o'clock game, but the 2 6 o'clock games started with the goalie at the end she's at, to our left, looking directly into the sun still. The shadows hadn't made their way that far down the field. But today, as a sign that we're getting closer to winter,
yes, we are.
The shadow is fully engulfed that into the goal as well. So she doesn't have to deal with that, at least.
No, we're probably about 45 minutes from that big orb in the sky falling down behind the trees at this point.
I saw the other night, it was 6:41.
Yeah.
So
it's getting there. The darkness is creeping towards us. Ticket TV presented by Northeast Driving School, the leader in driver training since 1969. Register for driver's ed courses today at Greater Bangor's #1 driving school. Go to northeastdrivingschool.com to select your course. We're also presented by Eastern Maine Community College. At EMCC, every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. As you see on your screen, the teams being introduced here to the fans at the Pottle Sports Complex. We'll take our final time out in the Darlings pregame show, and when we return, time for the kickoff between the Hawks and Crusaders coming up next on Ticket TV.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000.
Acadia Federal Credit Union keeps you in touch with your money using our mobile app, Acadia Go. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and even deposit checks with the tap of a button. That's not all. Now with Apple Pay, use your fingerprint to pay for purchases. It's quick and your account information is never shared. Apple Pay is safe and private. Acadia Federal Credit Union. We keep you mobile.
Have you tried the new Happy Hour specials at Uno Pizzeria and Grill? Just $6 gets you cheesy garlic bread, mozzarella sticks, buffalo chicken quesadillas, cheeseburger sliders, and much more. Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., 9 to close, and all day Sundays. Don't forget about the dough raiser at Uno's. Schedule a dough raiser for your local fundraiser and earn up to 25% of event sales. Contact your local Uno Pizzeria in Bangor for more details at 725 Stillwater Avenue and place your orders at 947-5000 and unos.com.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Looking for your next trailer or shipping container? Come to Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for all your trailer and container needs. We've got a huge selection of trailers for work or play, plus durable shipping containers. We can even customize them to fit your needs. At Main Trailer, we don't just sell, we service what we sell. That means expert repairs, inspections, parts, and registrations all under one roof. So whether you're hauling, storing, or customizing, make your next stop Main Trailer. Main Trailer, the place to buy your next trailer or shipping container. See us today in Hamden or Auburn.
Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious item off the lunch menu. Cool down or warm up with drink options such as fresh squeezed lemonade, milkshake, hot or iced coffee. We also have Butterfield's homemade ice cream or over 20 flavors of shaved ice, with a variety of bakery items with gluten-free options available and our dog treats for your fur baby. Come visit us at Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack Bakery and Barkery at 45 Condescade Road in Levant.
When I had first left for college, I was super excited to start pursuing my dreams, and I had met so many amazing people my freshman year. Yeah, some days were really hard, balancing work life and classes, but most of them, they were the best of my life, because I had something not everyone gets. A dad inspiring me every step of the way, and I'm so happy to graduate beside you.
And with that, we are ready for kickoff here in Hermon between the Crusaders and the Hawks. John Bapst 2-0-0 in the early season. Hermon 3-0-0. Ready to meet here on the pitch at Pottle Field. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Main Trailer, your one-stop shop for trailers and shipping containers. Whatever you haul or store, Main Trailer has you covered in Hamden and in Auburn. Plus, the new DQ Fall Treat menu is here. Try the new Caramel Toffee Cookie Blizzard Treat. Enjoy the return of the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard Treat, or taste the new Maple Cookie Shake. Discover the new DQ Fall Treat menu before autumn's over. Get them delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at Dairy Queen in Old Town and in Bangor. Crusaders out there on the pitch. Hawks going through their final team talk and now breaking the huddle and ready to get this one underway. John Bapst huddling up one more time to talk about things out there. Just getting ready here for the start tonight. Again, a beautiful setting for it. It's actually a little hot out there today, Ernie.
Yeah, it is kind of warm, actually. I thought about going with a lighter shirt, but didn't. And then again, who knows what it'll be like by 7:45 when the sun's down, or it's been down for an hour.
All right, the Crusaders break the huddle, and we are ready.
That's interesting. They switched sides of the field. They were from where they were warming up.
Bapst just awaiting the whistle. Looks like everyone is ready out there. There it is, and we're underway here in Hermon. Crusaders ball to begin it as they try to send one down the sideline.
I don't know how that works in terms of when you choose which side of the field you're going to defend early, who gets the choice, and how that all works. But it's just interesting that they practiced at their ends of the field that they had or chose, and then they switched it right before the start of the game. I don't see that very often.
Maybe they're just trying to find the right spots for when it matters the most in the second half. They flip back, and they'll be familiar with it for the pregame. But, yeah, that is strange. That I guess, is it simply where the benches are here on the field? Bapst was in front of their bench, Hermon in front of theirs.
In basketball, you're in front of your home bench in the second half. That could be the case. Some sort of strategery that's beyond my scope.
I'm sure. We're about a minute into this game. Crusaders still trying to feel around in the midfield as that one's played forward, chasing after it down in the corner.
We're told it was a coin flip.
Riley Susie, yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that before you practice? That's what. Yeah, it's just strange. Sure. Usually you warm up at the I'm talking to
I was going to say.
I'm talking to the producer.
I was just going to let it go. I thought it was kind of
Max
comical.
Bottle, yeah.
Having a one-way conversation.
Usually you warm up at the goal you're going to shoot at in the first half, if it's the first half. But this was different tonight anyways. Hasn't affected any play of the play yet. Both teams have had the ball on the offensive end a little bit, and Hermon has it right now.
Jumping onto it. First chance here for the Hawks to run at their end. Elsa Ewer, the new player inserted into the starting lineup with Kelly going into goal to fill in for Balmus, the only freshman out there for the Hawks at the start.
Yeah, she's got quite a bit of playing time. Her and another freshman, Allison Stewart, have both seen considerable action as first-year players. Matter of fact, Allison Stewart has a couple of goals and 2 assists, and Elsa Ewer has 2 goals and 1 assist, so they've both been involved in the action.
Hermon intercepting that pass as it doesn't get beyond Lancaster. Right outside the box, puts one in the air, and it floats wide. But a good opportunity there for Hermon.
Yeah, Hermon has a lot of goal scorers. Let me just look here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players have scored goals. Of course, when you have Tardy and Madison Stewart, they're going to get a lot of them. They have 12 of the 20, but there are 4 other people that have scored as well. And Allison Stewart, Elsa Ewer, Peyton Garrett with 3, and Maya Lancaster with 1.
Bapst trying to scramble and clear this ball. As we mentioned in the pregame, they have yet to allow a goal this season. Hermon looking to change that as Ewer tries to play in the cross, but it's wide of the mark and behind the net.
Yeah, Grace Bouchard, Jr., I believe, is the goalie for John Bapst, senior, excuse me, one of the captains on the Crusaders squad along with Reese Monnier. Bouchard has the 2 shutouts in goal for Greg Bennett's club. MJ Ball, the coach of the Hermon Hawks.
Hermon swarming, getting the ball back. Tardy there trying to snap a shot. The first one was blocked. The second one took a deflection, and Hermon will have the game's first corner.
Yeah, it's pretty steady pressure here now. Once Hermon gets settled in the offensive end, they haven't allowed John Bapst much time to breathe.
No, the ball really hasn't gone outside of the 20-yard line here in the last minute and a half or so.
Yeah, the packed-in John Bapst defense has done a pretty good job so far.
Played in, and there's the game's first goal. It's Madison Stewart, part of that strike force for the Hawks. Not sure what part of her body that caught as we take another look. Was that a hip goal?
Nah, right off her chest, I think. I don't know if it went down to a foot or not. I have to see that one more time, but
yeah, if we can get another look at that. But Madison Stewart scores the first goal of the season against the Crusaders.
Here we go.
And Hermon in front. Almost looked like a
no,
thigh.
It's right off her chest.
Was it?
Yeah, right off the bottom of her chest there. Let's see who took the corner. I'll have to watch that later in terms of the assist because it was directly off the corner kick. With 36:06 left, 7 left in the opening half. First shot on goal of the game for either team, and it's good. for the Hawks?
I believe it was Tardy over there.
Okay, doesn't
because
surprise
she
me.
has the lime green boots, does she not? Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
And
okay, that's...
Notice those making their way over.
Tardy picks up the assist. She now has 7 goals, 7 assists to 7 goals, 2 assists. Excuse me. Madison Stewart, that was her 6th goal of the season. She has 4 assists.
They certainly stir the drink for the Hermon Hawks.
There was plenty of room there for Stewart. I mean, the ball came right down to her. There really wasn't anybody.
Yeah, almost just
within contact distance, which you would expect on a corner kick situation. So.
Like she was a magnet. She was alone in space. Here's a shot in. First test for Kelly in goal, and she's right there.
Gets that first one out of the way. Ideally, that makes the rest of them a little bit easier for her.
Building some confidence, of course, coming off a clean sheet in her first game, filling in for Becca Balmas. Here comes Tardy right through the middle of the defense. Timed that run perfectly. Beats the keeper, puts her on the ground. Natalie Tardy doubles Hermon's lead.
1 minute and 12 seconds between goals. I think that was Stewart on the assist, too. Either Stewart or Goretta. You have to look again.
Perfect pass right up, sent through the middle of the defense for Tardy to run on.
Yeah, they worked.
She had it timed excellently, too, where she was kind of hanging out behind 3 Bapst defenders, and then once the ball was played up, she just turned on the afterburner.
It was just a lead pass to a spot, and Tardy has great speed, went down and chased it down.
There's a chance for the Crusaders, and it's sent wide.
That was Riley Susie getting a chance there as the John Bapst has had a couple of good counterattack opportunities here, but one required a save, that one just wide.
Hermon setting up for the goal kick. They got a defender coming back to take it. Sending it over in front of the Crusaders bench and out of play.
Well, that tells you a little something about Hermon's offensive potential, is that John Bapst can go through 2 games and not allow a goal, and it takes Hermon less than 5 minutes, or barely 5 minutes, to score.
Two. In, what'd you say, 72 seconds?
72 seconds apart. First one at 36:07 left in the half, and the second one with 34:55, so 5 minutes and 5 seconds total.
Bapst throwing it in. Taken away by Hermon. Played off to Garrett in the midfield. Here comes Hermon on the counter. Lancaster finding a teammate who plays it forward here. Tardy running after. Had to bend her run a little bit to retrieve the ball, but still has it at her feet, trying to play in the cross through 2 Crusader defenders. Shouts for handball from the crowd. Nothing out there on the pitch as Bapst will try to clear it out of the danger zone.
Yeah, some good defense there against Tardy by John Bapst.
Jumping right back onto the ball is Hermon through Ewer. She gets bumped off her run as the ball goes out of play for a Hawk throw.
Yeah, that's Anna Valenzuela, number 16, who's playing good defense for John Bapst down in that corner as Hermon presses the attack.
Tardy drifted offsides that time. Flag up along the far side.
Yeah, it might have been Stewart up near the goal trying to set up there. She had a defender on her, I think snuck ahead of her while the ball was back.
Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Uno Pizzeria and Grill, 725 Stillwater Avenue in Bangor, for great food, great drinks, great vibes, and takeout. 947-5000 or visit unos.com. Also brought to you by Flash Me Main Photo Booth Rentals. This holiday season, take your office party from nice to unforgettable. Flash Me Main Photo Booth Rentals brings the fun, the laughs, and the memories your team will love. Don't wait. Book now. FlashMeMain.com. Giveaway there by the Hawks as they were trying to play it through the back line of the defense. Coming up to take the throw for the Crusaders is Valenzuela. just out of the outstretched reach of Tardy. Crusaders making their way down the pitch along the far side. It's a nice closeout defense there by the Hawks. Pokes it out for a throw. That's not where the ball went out.
No.
That was about 30 yards behind where the ball went out.
Oh, she might take a shot there, but didn't have an angle.
Out of play to Hermon. Crusaders trying to settle their way back into it after the couple of quick strikes by the Hermon Hawks. Tardy plays the ball forward to run after. Stewart gets there, pulls in front of her defender, shoots, and a save made. Bouchard had the hands high, able to knock that one off to the side and go retrieve.
You just see how well those two play together, though. Tardy and Stewart each setting each other up with a long lead pass to a spot and let, in that case, Stewart go chase it down, knowing that she, in all likelihood, without the ball, probably has the speed advantage. And certainly that proved to be the case ever so slightly.
10 minutes off the clock here in Hermon, where the Hawks lead at 2-0. Tardy takes the ball right away from a Crusader. Plays it into the midfield where John Bapst pulls it out of the air. Garrett trying to jump into the play and win it back for the Hawks. Quinn Bennett with the ball at her feet. Trying to send a through ball up ahead for Susie. Susie can't quite get there before the close down defense by Hermon.
Yeah, Aaron Selleck, one of the captains for the Hawks there, showing good speed on the back line to prevent that threat by John Bapst.
Susie with the throw. Played across the outside of the box and intercepted. Running up the field with it is Johnson.
Yeah, she had a heck of a track year as a freshman last year for Hermon because they have the new track out back there.
Here comes Ewer advancing past her defender. Now looking to play in a cross. Not quite into the area with the right foot.
Switched it to a sister across the field. That was Elsa Tessa, number 7.
Bennett plays a ball forward. If Susie's on sides, she had the opportunity to go after it, but the diagonal ball out of play. Liv Huang for Bapst as it poked free, but it will remain with the Crusaders. And John Bapst will make a substitution before this throw. Coming onto the pitch for the Crusaders, Danny Braslett, freshman defender. Bapst trying to pick out the pass right now. Hermon is converging on the area that they're targeting.
They can devote a lot of players to defense if they want to because of that counterattacking ability they have with the two speedsters up front in Stewart and Tardy, so they don't keep as many people in the midfield. When the other team has the ball, they'll be quite content to back up and then forge it out.
Coming out of goal, there is the new keeper, Kelly. Nicely judged on that opportunity.
Yeah, it was going to be a close play as to who was going to get there first, but Kelly judged that very well.
Given away off the kick. Susie with the interception.
So Hermon's got 8 defenders back. Well, midfielders and defenders back there to prevent any sort of challenge.
Taken away by Johnson.
Here they come with the speed. Let's see if
Sent
Stewart
out
can
wide.
get to it.
Stewart off and running, and she's going to get there. A couple of blue shirts in the box. She plays the cross in, but not beyond the front line of Crusader defense.
Yeah, Lancaster had come up to try to help out, but Hawks needed one more person to be there when the ball came out on the pass.
Ticket TV brought to you in part by Autumn of Life Home Care. As this ball is played forward, it's a foot race, and it's won by the Hawks,
No.
taken away by the Crusader. Chance here for Bapst, and it's a save made. Kelly with the stop.
Well, that's about as good as it gets. You see, great move here by Quinn Bennett, the sophomore, to get around the defender and regain the ball, and Kelly does just what she has to do is come out and challenge the angle, and was able to get a foot on it, not control it necessarily, but to clear it out of play so nobody else could get it. Great save there by the sophomore.
Bapst trying to reload and keep the pressure on to this end of the pitch. Bracelet up ahead to Susie. Taken away. A little miscommunication there between the Hawks. Gives it back to John Bapst. Hermon just trying to play that one out, but it won't, so they got to send it up the pitch. Almost a takeaway, and not quite as Garrett gets dispossessed.
John Bapst a little unlucky there as Lila Ryan had a chance to work the ball in the center of the field into a scoring position, but fell down.
You were below us, bringing the throw back in. Garrett returns it to her feet. Played into the midfield. Lancaster jumps onto it. A one-touch pass up ahead to Tardy. Tardy sending one through the area and out behind the net.
Yeah, I think I was a little concerned about going off sides on the opposite side there. As nice ball, nice entry ball there by Tardy, but no one there to get it, and as a result, a goal kick.
Autumn of Life Home Care, looking to hire reliable caring workers to help assist clients with daily living activities while remaining in their own homes, flexible schedules, and an office at 695 Stillwater Avenue in Old Town. Call 217-6026 or follow them on Facebook. We're also brought to you by Angela's Pizzeria. If you're in the mood for mouth-watering pizza or Italian food made from fresh ingredients, try Angela's Pizzeria in Bangor and in Hamden. Tardy closely guarding Reese Monnier. Played out wide. Bapst and a whistle. Got going a little early that time.
It's always an easier call on these football fields because you have the lines to kind of
paint it out there for you.
If it's close, you can use the line to help you gauge whether the play is offsides or not. That play was called at about the 30-yard line.
At a play in front of the visitor stands across the way. Sun setting in the background here at Pottle Field. Approaching the midway point of this first half. Lancaster has it taken away in the midfield. And there's a ball played forward. Opportunity for the Crusaders. On the end of it is Ella Butler. And again, that closeout defense by the Hermon Hawks, relentless.
Speed at both ends of the field that time. Just great acceleration there by the Hawks.
Bapst will get their first corner of the game. Can't quite see who's down there in the corner for the delivery. Played in, skipping into the area. Looked like a Crusader got on the end of it.
Did. Not a bad play. I think that was a co-captain there that you just mentioned, Monnier, excuse me. Got a foot on it, but couldn't direct it toward the net. As a result, the goal kick.
Ticket TV brought to you in part by Black Fly Coffee. You can start your day off right with Black Fly Coffee, a local coffee shop with drive-through and mobile ordering, serving the best coffee in the area, along with bagels, bakery items, donuts, and more at 107 Main Road in Holden, just across the Brewer line. Allison Stewart, the other talented freshman, into the game for the Hawks. Lancaster will go back. Johnson returns it to her. Ewer bangs one off the face of Ella Butler. Able to turn her head just in time to avoid taking that one right off the schnoz.
Yeah, I wanted to mention Lila Ryan by name. We don't talk about the defenders a lot, but she was the player that ran down that last threat that John Bapst had. We were remarking about her speed. Thankfully, she's got pink shoes on, so I could figure that one out. I don't think I've ever had shoes, other running shoes, or other than black and white.
Not getting into the pastels like the Hawks.
No charisma that way.
Bapst throwing bodies in front of the ball to deny a Hermon clearance.
Oh,
closing down. That one was a perfect lead pass to the Crusader in the box.
Yeah.
Shot was deflected on its way to goal.
That was not an ideal ball. It's a show of confidence in yourself and your teammates that you're going to go get it, but you push it back into the middle of the goal crease there, and
that ball played over the top. Tardy and Stewart closing down on it. Tardy gets a foot there and not quite able to come away with it as Bapst finds the outlet up the sideline. And then a giveaway. Taken away right around the 25. Hermon jumping onto it. Garrett over to Tardy. Taking aim. And knocked out of the air by Bouchard.
Boy, that was Tardy all over the place on that particular play. She was the one that carried it down, actually almost stole it, or did steal it briefly from a defender, and then after John Bapst cleared it, she went back to the center of the field, and the ball came to her for a good bid there that required a nice save by Grace Bouchard.
Garrett goes to the back line. Got a picture-in-picture break that we need to send you off to here in a minute. First, we'll see what comes of this Hermon move. You are attacking down the sideline, trying to get around her defender. Now cuts it back. Ewer, right-footed shot right at Bouchard. Hermon applying the pressure, but Bouchard making some saves in front of her goal to keep the scoreline at 2-0. Let's send you off to that picture-in-picture break. Keep an eye on the action right here at Pottle Field. Back with the commentary in a few moments on Ticket TV.
Stop in for a burger, burrito, or delicious item off the lunch menu. Cool down or warm up with drink options such as fresh squeezed lemonade, milkshake, hot or iced coffee. We also have Butterfield's homemade ice cream or over 20 flavors of shaved ice, with a variety of bakery items with gluten-free options available and our dog treats for your fur baby. Come visit us at Maniac Snack Shack and Sniff and Snack Bakery and Barkery at 45 Condescade Road in Levant.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Your first car, your first edition, and your first edition. We're here to help with all of life's firsts. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Back here in Hermon. Scoreline still at 2-0 in favor of the Hawks. Kelly picks up that long ball off the carpet. Show you the school profiles in just a minute for Hermon High School and John Bapst. One-touch passing here by the Hawks. Played in the direction of Tardy. Just curled a little too much in towards the midfield, and that allowed the Crusader to play it out behind the goal, but a corner coming up for Hermon.
You can see all the triangle drills that are going on there as they're just very efficient on the short passes as they're trying to advance the ball, and
they
the
know
defenders are stuck in the middle, and there's really not much they can do once the ball gets moving.
Here's the delivery from Tardy, drifting towards the edge of the box, headed out. Played down by Hermon. Garrett, also with the green boots. Back to Lancaster. Now back with Tardy. She was looking at goal there for a minute. Lancaster returns it to the goal scorer. Tardy running along the pitch, along the 15-yard line as the ball taken away. Out in front of the Hermon bench. Briefly tossed to the wrong player. It's Hawk ball. Thrown into Stewart. Johnson has it taken away. Can Bapst strike a two-player counter here? There's a nice move to get by the first defender. Trying to play a ball back into the midfield. Opportunity for the Crusaders, but do they have an angle for the shot? No, they don't. Back to Susie. Susie will have a go. And skipping its way back to Kelly.
Job of Hermon taking away the shooting angle once Bennett got to the ball and was crossing the center of the field.
Lancaster continues her run down in front of us, plays one for Tardy to run after. She gets around the defender. She's in on goal. She sneaks it off the near post, off the keeper, into the back of the net. Natalie Tardy, her second and a third for the Hawks.
It was actually defended pretty well here. Not much of an angle there. She tries to curl it inside the near post, hits it, and then comes off the back of the foot of Grace Bouchard to make it 3-0.
Tough luck there for Bouchard.
It really was.
Has allowed 3 goals, but she's made some nice saves. She had that one positioned as well as she could.
She had it covered to the point where all Tardy could do was essentially hit it off the post.
Ping-pong it in there.
But she was able to win on the carom there as it bounced off the back of Bouchard's foot. Goal scorers figure that kind of stuff out, though.
That is a goal scorer bounce right there.
Put the pressure on and wait for the hop. Who knows? It might have come back to her, and she might have had a second shot. And as it turned out that time, was defended well. Kind of pushed her off to the side, made the angle all that much sharper.
Hawks making a substitution as the younger Ewer makes her way off the pitch. Elsa, the freshman. Taken away here by Hermon in the midfield. Next stoppage, we'll show you those school profiles as that ball intended for Tardy, intercepted by Elza Khan.
2 goals so far this evening give Tardy 72 for her career now. Her and Madison Stewart combined for 49 last year.
And again, strong defense at the back by the Hawks. Lila Ryan. Anytime it looks like John Bapst is chasing after a ball down there, Lila Ryan comes flying into the screen to blast it out.
Yeah, just a lot of speed to go chase the ball down. That duo, by the way, Stewart and Tardy, are up to 15 goals in 3.5 games, excuse me, so far this season.
That ball beyond either of Tardy or Stewart. Crusaders able to collect it. Susie sends it wide. Bracelet up the sideline, a couple of deflections. Sticking at the feet there. Tardy nearly with an interception, but the ball trickles out of play.
11 for Hermon. Hazel Leclerc, junior. Some nice defense at the midfield stripe there.
Ooh, Garrett with a lengthy extension there to get a foot on the ball. Crusaders battling to keep the possession. Unable to, though, is Bennett the last to touch it.
Yeah, Tessa Ewer wins that battle defensively for Hermon.
Knocked out there by the Crusaders. It'll be a Hermon throw. Let's take this opportunity to show you the school profiles, beginning with the visitors from Bapst, although, Ernie, you might have to break out the magnifying glass and go off the telestrator here.
Plan B. 516, the enrollment. Dan O'Connell, the athletic administrator, and Jason O'Reilly, the principal at John Bapst High School. Mascot, the Crusader. The Bangor House Hotel, built in 1834, was once considered the most luxurious hotel in New England, north of Boston, and hosted presidents like Ulysses S. Grant, who was pictured on the right. And something else about that. My parents spent their wedding night at the at the Bangor House. Indeed, they got married way down east, Calais Way, and came up here on the way to their honeymoon.
Up to the big city for a night.
Indeed.
Show you Hermon here in just a minute. About 10.5 remaining in this first half. And actually, the ball's out of play, so this is a good opportunity to do so. Here is the lowdown on Hermon High School.
567 and climbing the enrollment at Hermon High School. Rick Sinclair, the athletic administrator, and Brian Walsh, the principal for the Hawks. The Hermon Pond area was once famous for ice horse racing in winter, drawing crowds from across Penobscot County.
Ice horse racing. You don't hear a lot of that anymore these days.
I must have had some sort of interesting cleats. They allow them to do that.
Some studs on the horsies.
I know of ice car racing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Up at Moosehead Lake for one place.
See them carve their way right down into the ice as the race goes along.
Oh, yeah.
By the end of it, you're just seeing the top of the cars almost.
Right there in the cove in Greenville Junction.
Here's a takeaway by Bapst. It's played forward. Best opportunity. Although it's across the box.
Oh.
Chasing after it goes Kelly, and she's able to get there. Kelly outraces the Crusader, also down at that end.
It was Eliza Kahn to Ella Butler, but nobody there on the at the far post to do anything with that crossing pass. With a good run by the Crusaders. Well, again, not played badly. It's just that Hermon is really it's so fast from defense to offense that they make the stops on defense with speed, and then
Tardy goes over the top to Garrett, just like Ernie's talking about.
Left foot. Oh.
Off the outside of the goal.
Got played off the angle that she wanted. She's very strong with the left foot, but that time just didn't have an angle to make the play.
Good defense there by Maggie Robichaud to stick out a leg to deny Garrett from being able to cut inside.
That's what you got to do. I mean, again, you've got to defensively in that situation, you've got a little bit of a shorter run, a straight line toward the goal, so you can keep up a little bit better. And she was able to do it enough to force the shot from deeper and at a wider angle.
There's players coming together right outside the box. Incidental contact on both sides of it, says the referee. Play on.
Yeah, very few whistles other than some offsides calls.
An interception, and continuing up the far sideline, Ella Johnson. Her pass for Tardy is intercepted. Garrett closed down. Susie guarding her closely. Bapst here able to steal and maybe get a little breathing room, trying to make their way up the pitch. It's played forward for Bennett to run after. Dealt with by the Hawks.
Yeah, Selleck back there one more time. Her and Ryan there in the middle of that four-player defensive unit are very tough to get through.
Tardy on the ball, 7 minutes remaining in this first half. She is working on a hat trick at this point. She's got the first half brace after Madison Stewart opened the scoring for Hermon tonight. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by the Coach House Restaurant and Brewer. For home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and an experienced, friendly staff, it's the Coach House. Takeout available at 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. We're also brought to you by Hartford's Auto Service at 62 Liberty Drive in Hermon. They do repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. With over 3 decades of experience, Hermon in the box, sniping one on goal, but a save by Bouchard and a clearance.
That was Tessa Ewer with a shot.
A whistle, and this is going to be a free kick from an advantageous position here for the Hermon Hawks. And you got to imagine either Tardy or Stewart's going to be standing over it, although it's Garrett making the walk up.
Yeah, no surprise there, though. She's got a powerful leg. Just remember from last year as much as this year.
Is it enough space to get up and over the wall, or does she have to try to go around and get creative? Ball spotted right about the 18-yard line of the football field, so 27, 28 yards out from goal.
Yeah, more like the 12, I think.
I'm getting my lines mixed up. Yep.
Yeah, popped it over the top.
Right through the uprights.
I was thinking she might have to come to the near side. The way the line was set up, just like over toward the far post. Line was on that side, and the goalie was responsible for the near side, but it didn't come into play as kick was high.
Played up from the back. Intercepted by the Hawks, and Stewart off the crossbar for her second.
Yeah, it's going to come out to number 5 for the Hawks, Ella Johnson, and she gets the ball to Stewart.
Madison Stewart, bar down.
That hit the bottom of the crossbar along the way, I think.
It did. 5 minutes even remaining in the first half as the Hawks score their 4th of the night. Madison Stewart, her second. First half brace for Stewart. First half brace for Tardy. 4-0, Hawks in front. Let's take this opportunity to send you off to the final picture-in-picture break of the first half. Keep an eye on the action right here at Pottle Field.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
The hands-on experience is such a crucial part of education, period.
The faculty are incredible. They work so hard to make sure that all their students have what they need to succeed.
There's all kind of opportunities, and I'm just very grateful knowing that I have a job lined up full-time when I graduate, and that is all thanks to coming to Hudson.
Back here in Hermon, well, Ernie, we almost did it again. We've been making a habit in the last couple soccer games here on Ticket TV of going to break, and then that's when the play of the game is scored. Peyton Garrett lined one up from way downtown, and it took a very nice save from Bouchard in goal to deny the Hawks a 5th here in the first half.
Yeah, we run a play of the game for here, and it also winds up being the player that we have a play of the game for our afternoon show, The Drive, every weekday from somewhere between 4 and 6, and it's been 2 occasions where the play of the game was turned out in terms of the broadcast was a replay of a goal that was scored
highlight.
during a picture-in-picture break.
A replay and an explanation of what was going on.
So we just try to pay extra attention while we're watching the play.
And Max Pottle dialing it back to the replay of that Peyton Gurrett effort while we were away. We're getting quite fancy up in this Ticket TV booth. Telestrator, split screen, replay, live action.
Yeah, we haven't mastered the telestrator yet.
I don't dare to touch it.
I know.
Here's another chance for Hermon as Madison Stewart on the wrong side of a 1-on-3 break, but when she's running,
still going.
You can't count her out.
She's still going.
Still going through him. There's the shot, and it's a bullet right into the chest of Bouchard on her knee.
That was a heck of a play, not to lose the ball with that many short dribbles with the defender right on her, but Madison Stewart with some skills there as now Ella Johnson steals the ball at midfield.
You were able to poke it free, get it back for the Hawks. Stewart was trying to feed it back to Ewer, intercepted by the Bapst defense. Crusaders making their way up the far side of the field as we approach the final minute of this first half. You can see the scoreboard in the background there. A reminder coming up at the half. We have highlights of all the goals scored in this first half. UMaine fan cam, first half recap, look ahead to upcoming broadcasts as well. More strong defense from Lila Ryan.
Yeah, it's bottling up Quinn Bennett. Bennett's very much a threat for John Bapst, but hasn't been able to get open too much as Ryan has led the defensive charge.
Through ball played up ahead. You were trying to chase after it, and it's just played around her feet. Allison Stewart, freshman for the Hawks, has her pass taken away by a couple of Crusaders that were in there. Selleck thumps it across the field. Hawks trying to switch the play in the final 15 seconds. They've got time to get a cross in.
And they get to
Can
the
they
ball.
get one off? Played in. You got to think about shooting it down inside of 5 seconds. That was close to a handball.
Yeah.
And there is the whistle to end the first 40 here tonight at Pottle Field. The Hermon Hawks looking strong as ever. 4 goals on the board, evenly split between Madison Stewart and Natalie Tardy. Don't go anywhere. Halftime show comes your way next, right here on Ticket TV.
Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center offers fantastic food and drinks in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere with 29 flat-screen TVs for your sports viewing pleasure and an arcade with prizes for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you're looking for a drink at the bar while watching your favorite sports team or trying to find a place to bring the family for a great meal out, Heroes is the place to be. Heroes also offers takeout or catering for any event in the Bangor area, large or small.
Come for the food.
Stay for the friends.
It's time for a reset. McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Extra value meals are back, only at McDonald's.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
Back here on Ticket TV, welcome into the halftime show, and we started off with a look at our fan cam brought to you by University of Maine Athletics. Football season is underway up there in Orono. You want tickets to see the Black Bears play? Call 581-BEAR or go to goblackbears.com. This is the Furniture Gallery halftime show here on Ticket TV. The Furniture Gallery is a Maine family-owned company with locations in Augusta, Bangor, Topsom, and Windham. They offer a great selection of furniture for every room in your home from great brands like Ashley, FlexSteel, and more. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery. 4 goals on the scoreboard for the Hermon Hawks. Let's take a look at those highlights as well as some others from the first half, and is presented by Next Home Experience.
There is the first goal right there. Madison Stewart off a corner kick from Tardy, able to get a chest on it and through the traffic to score. As Brooklyn Kelly making her first save. She's filling in for Becca Bomas in goal for the Hawks, and there's a shot wide by Riley Susie. And here's the speed of Hermon on display. There is Madison Stewart with a shot, but Grace Bouchard with the good hands there for John Bapst. And now John Bapst on a little bit of a counterattack. Quinn Bennett gets the ball past Lila Ryan this time.
Yeah.
But Kelly comes out and blocks the ball with the legs and prevents the goal from scoring.
Look at that angle.
Yes, that angle there from Tardy there. Didn't have much, but hit the ball off the low end of the post. It bounced back off the leg of Bouchard and in, and there's another goal there, and that's a heck of a shot there, but Bouchard goes up and gets it as Stewart and Tardy continue to threaten
each
the
with
John Bapst net throughout the half.
Yeah, each with a first half brace, 2 goals apiece. 5 minutes remaining here at the half on Ticket TV, where our coverage is brought to you in part by the Coach House Restaurant and Brewer for home-style cooking, homemade desserts, and experience-friendly staff. It's the Coach House. Takeout available 457 Wilson Street in Brewer and at thecoachhouserestaurant.com. Also brought to you by Hartford's Auto Service, 62 Liberty Drive in Hermon. They do repairs on all makes and models of cars and trucks. Visit the Hartford's Auto Service Facebook page or give them a call, 207-989-6322. Time now to get you the first half recap. What are some of the other numbers from the first 40, Ernie?
Yes, indeed. Shots on goal were Hermon with 10 and John Bapst with 4. 4 saves for Bouchard and net for, 6 saves for Bouchard and net for John Bapst. 4 saves for Kelly of Hermon. And corner kicks 3 and 3 for Hermon, 2 for John Bapst. And we mentioned Madison Stewart and Natalie Tardy each with 2 goals and an assist. And Ella Johnson also with an assist for the Hawks as they lead 4-0.
That halftime recap brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Our coverage also brought to you in part by Old Town Redemption Center, the original redemption center of Old Town for 30 years. They're family-owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday with $100 giveaways each month. Old Town Redemption Center at 13 Chester Street in Old Town. Call 827-7887. Let's take a look at the broadcast schedule the rest of the week on Ticket TV. Only 2 games left, but 2 days left, but 4 games because we got football coming up tomorrow night from Doyle Field in Brewer, where the Witches play host to the Nokomis Warriors, and a triple header of soccer action on Saturday begins at Cameron Stadium in Bangor, where the Ram girls host the Camden Hills Windjammers, and then it's an Eagle at Coyote doubleheader. Girls up first at 5, followed by the boys at 6:30.
Yeah, lots of action. I've got a couple of them. You've got
I've
3,
got all of them.
I think. You got all of them?
Well, no, I'm just talking the soccer on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I'm not with you tomorrow night, and then my entire Saturday devoted to Ticket TV soccer.
Just note on the football game, Brewer 2-0. They've already exceeded last year's win total under Fred Lauer. And the Nokomis Warriors at 1-1 have been very competitive this year. Should be a good game. Nokomis beat them twice last year, once in the regular season and once in the opening round of the playoffs. And then that first game Saturday is a rematch, excuse me, of last year's Class A North Championship game won by Bangor over Camden Hills. Rams then went on to win the state championship.
Ticket TV brought to you by Bennett Auto Center. Experience the Bennett Auto Center difference at 99 Thatcher Street in Bangor and at BennettAutoCenter.com. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's the kick of the second half between the Hawks and the Crusaders. Hermon on top, 4-0 after the first 40.
You deserve a clean car. Let the pros at Dean's Detailing renew your vehicle's appearance and protect your auto investment. Enjoy your ride. Dean's gift cards are the perfect fit. Dean'sDetailing.com.
Now open. Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darlings.
With Maine's largest network of parts, Coastal Auto Parts keeps things moving. If it's got wheels and an engine, we've got the parts to keep it on the road. From work trucks to weekend rides. If it's on the road, we're behind it. At Coastal Auto Parts, we're driven by more than engines. We're powered by the people who count on us. Because serving our community is what keeps us going. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Black Bear Nation, it's football season. Join us for all the excitement of game day in Orono. For tickets to all Black Bear games, visit goblackbears.com/tickets or call 581-2327. Go Blue!
Your local professional eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Back here in Hermon, just about ready to get second half action underway. The teams have flipped sides. The Hawks begin this half with the ball. Hermon on top 4-0 thanks to 2 goals from Madison Stewart, 2 goals from Natalie Tardy. It's a Stewart sandwich around the 2 Tardy goals.
It is indeed. Again, it's Hermon's just the best team around right now. John Bapst not a bad team. But just, at least in the first half here, no match for the speed and talent of the Hawks.
Hermon working the ball through their back line. Our Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Tiller & Rye, a local grocer located at 20 South Main Street in Brewer. Proud to offer products from right here in the state of Maine. Bapst jumping onto the ball here for the first time in the opening minute of the second half. Quickly taken back by Hermon. Garrett's pass is picked off, but briefly taken back by Hermon. Now here comes the Crusaders running down at their goal for the first time in this half, and Kelly comes out to scoop the loose ball.
Hermon had 3 defenders back there with Quinn Bennett, who was the lead would-be recipient of the pass for John Bapst, so difficult for her to A, get to the ball, and then B, do anything once she got to it.
Cross played in by the Crusaders, but right at Kelly.
That's what you got to do if you're John Bapst. You have to try to force the issue. Take some chances offensively and put the ball near the net.
Tardy plays it ahead, but there was no teammate behind her to run after it. Hermon waiting to throw the ball in across the far sideline. Thrown in towards the midfield here by the Hawks. Played up the sideline. And Bapst with a takeaway in front of their bench. A good move. Some dribbling being shown off by the Crusaders, making their way down the far sideline. Knocked out of play, but it'll remain with Bapst. As we saw in the first half, the Crusaders would get down to about this point, and that's where any opportunity to look on goal would just be swallowed up by blue shirts.
Yeah, Quinn Bennett, the primary threat offensively. She's the striker, and she gets surrounded by 1 or 2 or even 3 Hermon Hawks at times when the Crusaders are advancing.
Garrett with the takeaway and then sends it up the pitch for Tardy to chase after. She gets there on her right foot.
Oh, she got
crossed
help
into the box. She's got an open teammate. Dribble move, a shot, and a diving save by Bouchard. Palming the ball with her outstretched right arm. Take another look.
Yeah, that's Stewart there racing in on the far post with a shot, and it took a dive toward the near post by Bouchard, but she makes the stop there.
Her feet were going the other way, too. She was beginning to slide across goal. Here's Tardy in and scoring past the dive of Bouchard that time. Natalie Tardy with the hat trick.
35-46. Hermon scored his first goal at 36:07 in the first half, and Tardy there ahead of the pack had time to set the shot up, went inside that right post, and Bouchard dove to her right, but couldn't come up with it as Tardy scores her 3rd goal of the match.
Hat trick for the talented senior striker.
Just the speed and skill, just the combination there is they just outrun people to get to the ball, and then they know what to do with it once they get to it.
Frightening to have to deal with for the opposition.
Because she had made a great play before, carrying the ball down the right wing, and then with a center pass, knowing that somebody would be there at the far post. There were a couple of Hawks over there, and it was Madison Stewart that took the shot that forced a diving save by Bouchard, but Crusaders unable to clear, and that set up Tardy, who was already down there, to gain possession and then take it in for goal number 3.
Hermon having to chase after this one at the back, trying to play it out in front of their bench. John Bapst able to keep it in. Bracelet coming down the near sideline now in the second half. In the direction of Susie, but through all the traffic and for Kelly to deal with.
She made a nice play there because there was some question as to whether or not it might go out over the end line, which would have been a corner there. I think it was Ella Johnson that was chasing the ball down too.
Garrett jumping on the ball in the midfield, trying to roll one up towards Tardy. Taken away by the Crusaders. Back with Ewer now. And lost out of play. to John Bapst. Shop smart, shop local at Orono IGA and Calais IGA. They appreciate the support from their local communities and are proud to support local Maine schools and student athletes on Ticket TV. Orono and Calais IGAs are hometown proud. The Growing Place helps families grow for less and polish your home for a fraction of retail costs. Check them first, check them often. Do Green. Sustainability is always trending. At 548 Hammond Street in Bangor. And from a lawnmower to a skidder, Bangor Tire Company has you covered since 1927, the best in tires and service. You can find it at 514 Colebrook Road in Hermon or at bangortire.com.
I think I might have called handball there as John Bapst went up to block that shot. Kind of hard to tell, but it's going to be Hermon's on the restart.
And they're playing it down to the edge of the area where it's brought out of the air by Tardy. Crusader is able to get a foot to it and send it back up towards midfield. John Bapst's counterattack, which showed to have some potential in the first half, trying at it again here, and once again, as has been the theme tonight, speed up front, speed at the back for the Hermon Hawks.
Crusaders are going to get a corner kick out of that one, though. Yeah, they're not necessarily winning those foot races on the counter, but that time provided enough of a challenge to force Hermon to kick it out.
Taken short by the Crusaders. Now the right-footed cross played in. A little bit of congestion in front of Kelly there in goal, and it's going to be another corner here for Bapst. This one taken deep into the area. Hermon meets it. Bapst plays it back in. And now it's rolled out to Stewart. Stewart and Tardy. It's a 2-on-1 for the Hawks. Tardy trying for a fourth. Crosses over the defender. Shoots with the left and catches both crossbars. That ball did make its way out of play because it caught the top of the soccer crossbar and then shot up off the underside of the goalpost, as you see right there. Just a few inches away from potentially a fifth goal tonight.
She got slowed up just enough. So she had to kind of hurry the shot once she got it on her left foot, free of a defender.
Ella Johnson turning away from the oncoming Crusader.
There's a fitness level here, too, that's pretty impressive. You just see Ella Johnson just continuing to chase the ball well after she lost it, and a lot of times that pays off, just the pressure that you put on.
Here's Bapst on it, trying to get it over to Bennett. Cleared out for a throw. Whether playing or just watching, football and soccer can work up quite an appetite. That's when it's time for Pat's Pizza on Main Road in Hamden. Call 974-6488. Or visit patspizzahamden.com.
Riley Susie there with a decent bid from deep, but over the top.
Riley's been fairly active in this game, trying to get it going for the Crusaders.
I think she's gaining some opportunities because of all the attention being placed on Quinn Bennett by Hamden's defense.
Goal kick taken by a defender for the Hawks and out for a John Bapst throw.
Sometimes as a defense you have to pick your poison a little bit, and they're focusing a little bit more on Quinn Bennett, and that enables other players to potentially have opportunities.
Johnson plays it back. Bennett trying to run in front of every Hawk that touched it. Crusaders making their way up the pitch, sent back a few yards by Lancaster, I believe it was. They got the touch. There's a shot from distance, and Kelly has it measured. Knocking it out of the air and scooping it with the mitts.
Yeah, slapped at it. Timing was good. Good shot. I think that was Bennett from about 25 yards out there, maybe 30 yards out.
Played forward here, and the Crusader back line having to deal with it, though Tardy shoved the first defender to the ground, and be a free kick to the Crusaders.
Yeah, a little trip, I guess, as it turns out, from behind as she's trying to get access to the ball.
11 minutes off the clock here in the second half. Hermon in front by 5. Johnson steps up to deal with that threat. Crusaders recycle it through the back. Lancaster with the interception on that pass. For over 30 years, Bangor's best dry cleaners has been Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning. Ask about their military discount and senior citizen discounts. Open 7 to 7, 7 days a week at 1001 Union Street in Bangor. Coverage also brought to you by Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets. Family owned and operated since 2007. 2 great locations, Somerset Avenue in Pittsfield and Route 2 in Hermon, right here across the street from the high school. We're also brought to you by AM Construction and Roofing. Protect your home from the top down with AM Construction and Roofing, serving Bangor, Machias, Ellsworth, Augusta, and beyond. Past customers earn $100 referrals. Right now, you can save $500 on any roofing project through the end of the year. Call 551-6235 today for your free quote. Selleck to take the free kick, the goal kick. Got a picture-in-picture break to send you off to here in a minute. Susie finds Bennett. She gets closed down immediately by a couple of Hawks. Selleck up the sideline to try to gain a little positioning.
Subs coming in for Hermon. You remember, I think on the radio a year or so ago, we had MJ Ball on talking about a soccer development.
Yeah, the complex over in, is it Dedham, Holden?
It's going to be in
area?
It was going to be in Holden. Now it's they've actually moved the location. It's going to be out on the Colebrook Road.
Really?
Where there used to be a soccer place a while back with a domed soccer place. They're going to have multiple fields out there, and I think one of them is supposed to be ready right off quick.
Wow.
Not sure exactly what happened with the location of it, but it's supposed to be like 3 or 4 field complex by the time they get it all done. And
I'm sure the Hawks don't mind it being a little closer to their backyard.
No. I usually drive by that when I'm heading from my house to Hampden Academy. But it's certainly not that far from here either. Just off, you take the Colebrook Road exit out by Dysart's and head toward town, and you'll go right by it.
Take that, or heck, right here, just leave the high school, turn left, and don't turn again. Keep going straight. Don't veer back towards Bangor, and you're at it.
Yeah, you have to take the one turn so you can go out to the interstate, so you can go out to by Dysart's. That'll be pretty exciting, though. Get that kind of facility out. I mean, it's obviously a lot of interest in soccer in these parts as the sport has just grown and grown.
Garrett knocking it forward. Stewart, she's trying to cap off a hat trick here as well to join Tardy. Crusaders playing it forward. Bennett giving chase. Kelly comes out of net and scoops the ball off the turf.
Now, when Hermon takes those same kind of shots, there's usually somebody that's able to run underneath it, just have the depth of that kind of talent and the speed factor. That shot a little higher. A lot of the ones that Hermon takes are on the ground, but
through ball up the sideline will be ushered out for a goal kick. Let's take this opportunity to send you off to our first picture-in-picture break of the second half. Back with the commentary in just a few moments on Ticket TV.
Now open. Darling's Ford Commercial Vehicle Center, 80 Haskell Road in Bangor. Servicing almost all makes and models of medium and heavy-duty trucks and RVs, from half-tons to vehicles weighing up to 75,000 pounds. Our factory-trained technicians and dedicated service bays are here to keep your wheels on the road. Schedule service now at darlingsford.com. Call 992-1691 or stop in today. You'll do better at Darling.
Get looped, get sold with Next Home Experience.
Back here at Hermon with the Hawks in front of the Crusaders 5-0. And Ernie, we found out why that complex is being moved to these parts. A stoplight is what halted it from going in.
Okay. Yeah, it's just off the main road heading from 1A would be heading from Brewer to Ellsworth, or Brewer to Holden in that case.
Ewer spinning onto the ball here, going around a couple of defenders, continuing her run, playing the cross in, and one touch there for Tardy, unable to get it down enough for her 4th goal of the night.
Yeah, good ball by Tessa Ewer.
Just skipped before it got to her foot, and that
made
could have been
difference.
what popped it up.
Yeah, indeed.
Ticket TV brought to you by Doors Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Doors can help you with all your equipment needs. Visit doorsequipment.com. Also brought to you by Hillside Athletics, where they're passionate about sports and feature cutting-edge equipment to help you better your game. Visit hillsideathletics.com for a full list of equipment, services, and training packages. And the Fitch Company is where you'll find experienced electrical and control systems engineers, field technicians, designers, and drafters, all ready to meet varied engineering projects. Visit them at fitchcompany.com.
Well, this location where they're going to put the complex, like I said, I don't know if I said on air or off air, but there used to be a indoor soccer field there a decade ago, maybe even a little less. So there's space for it.
Hermon trying to retrieve that ball in front of their bench. Hazel Leclerc, a junior, into the game.
Then if I was reading my schedules correctly, John Bapst is actually idle after this game. Today's what, the 19th or 18th? 18th. They are idle after this game until the 27th of September, when they will play Hermon again in the rematch. And it may be the first game on that new field up at the University of Maine.
Yeah.
New soccer field. I'm not sure if it's the first game or not, but I've seen where the field is down. I don't think they've got all the surrounding parts of it done yet, and probably won't by the time they start playing games. But there'll be another turf facility, and John Bapst plays at several places, and I think they're looking to maybe make the main field a home, at least a game home.
Yeah, those new complexes are certainly coming in handy, whether it's soccer, softball has gotten quite a bit of use at the high school level, as that one is fizzed on goal. Another save head high for Bouchard.
As long as they got a place to park when they get done with all that stuff.
That was an issue in Orono before all the new fields and complexes went up.
Because where most of the parking is now is going to be where the basketball facility and offices are going to wind up by, 2028 or so.
Yep. Stewart and Tardy keeping the ball between them. Tardy snaps in a left-footed shot, and it rolls wide. Stewart had an opportunity there. Actually, took a deflection wide because Hermon's chasing after it for a corner. Stewart had an opportunity to put one on goal, but Crusaders got a head in between it. She's looking for her 3rd of the night. Halfway through this second half. Cross swung in outside the box. Bapst got a touch to it, and then a giveaway there. Lancaster was trying to lay it off for a teammate and was a little too gentle in doing so. Crusaders down the far sideline. Bennett's in some space. Can they get the ball to her? No. Taken away by the Hawks. Take a look at the live events coming up the rest of the week on 92.9 The Ticket in just a moment. Here comes Stewart down the near sideline in front of us. The freshman, already a couple of goals on the season. Bapst clears it back down towards midfield. And now the Crusaders able to run onto the ball. As the Crusaders collect, let's show you those live events coming up on the airwaves of 92.9 The Ticket the rest of the week. We got Thursday Night Football kicking off tonight in, where are we at here? Pre-game begins in 10 minutes time, and the kickoff in about an hour. Tomorrow night, the Red Sox are down in Tampa Bay. They are trying their hardest not to make the postseason. 6:35 pregame, 7:35 first pitch.
Well, the good news is they don't have to play the A's anymore.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. The A's taking it to them today at Fenway. 5-3 winners. Red Sox at 6:05 on Saturday down there at Steinbrenner Field. And Sunday, we got a 1 o'clock game out of the NFL. Bengals at Vikings. Coverage begins at noon. Weird start time Sunday night because I don't think that it's Sunday night baseball. 6:35 pregame, 7:35 the first pitch in Tampa.
Well, no, because, well, maybe. Why not?
Why are the Rays being featured at this point in the year? That
I
would be
don't know.
my question.
Well, they thought the Red Sox would still be alive, and they probably still will be, although they are down to a 1.5 game lead over Cleveland for the last wild card slot in the American League because Cleveland beat Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers this afternoon.
All they have done is won 12 of their last 13 games. A lot of chatter about the magic number recently for the Red Sox. That's a two-way street, though.
Right.
Especially if the opposition isn't losing.
Yeah.
You got to win, they got to lose. Right now, neither of those things happening in Boston's favor.
I think the number is 8 at this point because of the one.
That is true because they got the one last night.
Yeah. But still, it seems like a big 8 at this point. With what, 10 games or so left? Maybe 9. Here's a threat here.
Here's an opportunity, and it winds up in the back of the net. It's another for Natalie Tardy. 4 goals tonight for the senior. 6 for the Hawks.
Yep, she got into some open space. There were 3 defenders around her, but nobody could get close enough to her to truly defend. And Tardy with a blast, capable of blasting with either foot, and that time the left foot off the left wing, and not much that Grace Bouchard could do about it as Hermon extends its lead.
Stewart, Tardy, Tardy, Stewart, Tardy, Tardy. Pattern forming tonight in Hermon. It's a successful one for the Hawks, who lead at 6-0. Just going back to that Red Sox start time on Sunday. Sunday night baseball is Seattle at Houston.
Okay.
So it is just a
late game?
Random 7:35 Sunday night game down in Tampa.
It must have had a Legion game or something at Steinbrenner Field.
I know. I'm not sure why.
Second dibs for it. Now, nobody else plays there, right? It's just a spring training home. It's not like a minor league team plays down there.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting that they would do that.
Stewart gives it away with 16 minutes remaining. Ticket TV coverage brought to you in part by Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, home of the complimentary 6-month, 6,000-mile major component coverage plan. Route 1 in Hancock and at tonysfairwayauto.com. Hermon backline chasing after that one, and in the end collected by Kelly. We're also brought to you by Tim's Plumbing, where service is their specialty for all your plumbing needs. It's Tim's Plumbing. Call 735-4969 or visit timsplumbingmaine.com. And for homestyle cooking, just like Mom makes it, it's the Farmer's Table, 15 Stetson Road in Corinna. Player spilled in the box. A whistle came in.
Yep.
We have a penalty coming up here.
Quinn Bennett got taken down, and we may be getting something because that looked to be in the box. Here we go again. Here's Bennett. Get tripped up there
on the edge
by the hip. Looked to me like it was. Are they going to give it to her just outside the box?
Yes, they are.
Boy, that's a close call there.
That was very tight. So it's set up just beyond the 18-yard box.
We'll have to take a look at that one more time after she's done here, just to see. Because you have, in real time, you have no time to really think about it too much. Now the official's marking off the 10 yards for the wall.
Had to back up the Hawks by a yard and a half or so.
So the ball is inside the 10, so it's about 19 yards out.
Clock was frozen here, still is. 14:35. Kick taken, and she rattles the side of the frame. Hermon trying to sweep it out of there. They want to finish off a clean sheet here tonight. See it through the final quarter hour.
It's kind of an interesting dilemma that Hermon faces. And I think they've probably faced it a little bit. Here's a break.
Here, off and running is the freshman Stewart. She's in, she shoots, and she pulls it across the face of goal.
I think she's so used to making those kind of passes, knowing that either Tardy or Stewart will be there, that she's thinking more pass than shot a lot of times.
Maybe Allison was just trying to swing it over to Madison to see if she can't get her hat trick here before this one's through.
I was talking with somebody the other day about Hermon. Looked like a handball almost. A little bit of a quandary that they face because, and it's been true in other years too to some extent, but this year seems like even more than ever they are just, I mean, Ellsworth's a pretty good team. They beat them 6-0 and could have had more.
Yeah.
John Bapst, a pretty good team, made the semifinals last year, but here we are at 6-0, and they're not really coming that close to scoring. And the problem that Hermon faces at the end of the year, and that's why they've been to many regional championships, but not getting through to the state. It's just that the South at this point has more depth and maybe more top-end quality. And, how do you prepare to play, a Greeley or a Yarmouth or wherever the strong team is in the South because, you've been winning quite comfortably all year round and really haven't been, at least to this point, tested. Now, there's a long time left in this season, I know, but it's just, Hermon has the expectation or the goal, stated goal of getting over the top and winning a state championship. They've been in the state final 6 of the last 11 years, still looking for that first gold ball. And I think the thought is that this is a team that's quite capable of maybe having the best chance of any of the teams that they've played with the speed that they have throughout the lineup and the high-scoring tandem of Tardy and Stewart.
Yeah, they are stacked across the field. And it's not just the 11 that are out there.
Yeah.
Kick save made there by Bouchard at the back as we dip inside the final 12 minutes here on Ticket TV. Coverage brought to you in part by Knowlton Automotive, a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center. Family-owned and operated, Knowlton Auto provides guaranteed service at a fair price. 3297 Broadway in Kentuskeg. Or at knowltonautomotive.net. Also brought to you by American-Made Home Goods. Stop by AMHG Works at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza and explore their incredible selection of USA-made products, from handcrafted woodwork to homemade healthy snacks. They feature artisan goods from all 50 states. AMHG Works, where American-made matters. And if you're hungry after the game, swing by the Back Alley Bar and Restaurant inside Family Fun Bowling Center. The Back Alley, where good times roll, and so do the bowling balls. Find them at 15 Hildreth Street in Bangor, online at backalley.restaurant.com. Start your weekdays the right way with the morning roast, 6 to 8 a.m. See the guys right there, and then the drive brings you home 4 to 6. We'll finally be back on that schedule tomorrow for the first time since Monday.
So you're saying we have to do a whole show tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, we're staring down 2 hours tomorrow, Ernie.
Because I get pretty worn out after that 1:35 there with the Red Sox starting early at home.
Coming up on tomorrow's show, I believe Callum Bryant, who works for us here on Ticket TV, also the studio producing, as a save made by Kelly brings the home fans to life. Bennett putting one right on her with some pace behind it as we have another look.
Nice one-time ahead to Bennett, and one of the hardest parts about that is you got to be ready after not being faced with a whole lot of challenges. There's another one there.
Racking up the saves at this point. The sophomore back up in net.
That first one was quick. That's a good shot by Bennett there, but Kelly was ready for it toward the near post.
Before that shot was taken, I was getting ready to say Callum Bryant, who's part of our crew here tonight, part of our radio crew as well. We're having his uncle on the show tomorrow, Ernie.
Oh, we are?
He is a baseball coach down in Virginia. He has a baseball academy.
Wow.
He coached Connolly early from about the time he was 11 through high school. That's not it. He also coached Vinny Pasquantino, first baseman for the Royals. Apparently he's the one that gave him the nickname, the Pasquatch. That's where it came from.
Pasquatch, that's good.
And grew up with Lou Merlone. Said it was kind of surreal watching Lou call Early's Major League debut out in Sacramento there a couple of weeks ago.
No kidding.
Just all kinds of small world things all over the place
Very
here, both
cool.
on the ticket and his end of things.
That's very cool. I'd like to hear more about Early because he's part of the future, if not the present, for the Red Sox. Because nobody talked about him.
No.
Until 2 weeks ago.
No, you heard about Tolley pretty early on, like beginning of the summer, June, getting into it as he's...
Because he was a high draft pick out of a big-time school, SEC baseball.
Mowing down guys and rifling his way up the ladder. Actually made his first relief appearance today for the Sox and looked pretty solid.
I was going to say that may be because his issue right now is he doesn't have enough different pitches. I think.
No.
But that may be the role for him. Left-hander to come out and strike out 2 or 3 guys. Hang at a time.
Looked pretty decent in it today. Allowed 1 run, though. Don't believe it was earned because it was scored on a Trevor Story throwing error that should have ended the inning.
Corner
8
kick.
minutes remaining here as the Crusaders have a corner kick. They'd like a consolation goal before leaving Hermon tonight. Hawks the first to it. Ticket TV also brought to you in part by RT Electrical. From new construction to remodels, RT Electrical does it all. Owner Ryan Trabeau is licensed and fully insured. He's a master electrician ready to take on your residential or commercial work, plus generators, lighting, and EV chargers. Like RT Electrical on Facebook or call 694-1564 today. Kelly's been busy here in the last couple of minutes.
Really has.
The Crusaders finding some room to operate in at the end of this contest.
Yeah, I think we've gone into the benches a little bit here now as Hermon's got a 6-goal lead. And both teams trying to get their bench players some depth. We talked about that early in the game. Not necessarily situations like this, but Hermon is able, it seems like every year, to get 2 or 3 freshmen serious minutes at the varsity level. Last year it was Lancaster and Ella Johnson were a couple that got minutes in the rotation. This year it's Allison Stewart and Elsa Ewer that are getting the minutes.
Take a look at the upcoming schedules for these two teams in just a moment. First, I'll tell you to follow Ticket TV on social media. We'll see the handles here on the screen at 929 The Ticket on Twitter, 92.9 The Ticket on Facebook, 929 The Ticket on Instagram. Now let's take a look at the upcoming schedules. We begin with the Crusaders and the big old gap that they're staring down after this one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, well, because 9-13, but then today's game, and then it's the 27th of Saturday when these teams play again. So Bapst will not have a different opponent between the two Hermon matchups, and it'll be played up at the University of Maine on the new soccer field. Don't know if it has a name yet or not, but the new soccer field up there, so that should be an exciting thing unto itself. And I guess the plan is for John Bapst to play a lot of home games up there here.
Yeah, I think they're kind of backloading the schedule here to get up on the turf as much as they can. That's the story for Bapst. Now for the Hawks, coming up after what appears to be a 4th win in as many tries to open the season.
They head to the county on Saturday to play Presque Isle. I think Presque Isle, if I recall, in the heel points were 2-1, and they were actually up there ahead of the Hawks in the standings. So the Hawks needed more motivation. They got it, I suppose, from that. And then it's a trip up to Piscataquis County to play the Noble Warriors of the Piscataquis on Wednesday the 24th. That's a night game up at Foxcroft, so that may be on Oaks Field, the football field.
No,
that's a home game, actually, isn't it?
That's
VS
right,
versus, as opposed to at So that game will be right back here at Pottle Field.
Those looks at the upcoming schedules brought to you by Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. It's Levesque Business Solutions. Call 942-2226. Ticket TV coverage also brought to you by Auto Radiator Services, serving the greater Bangor area for 50 years. For general maintenance, repairs, and specialty services like remote car starters, call 942-4554 or stop by at 568 Hammond Street in Bangor. We've got one more picture-in-picture to sneak in here before the end of the 80. Let's send you off to it right now. Back for the conclusion of this match in just a moment on Ticket TV.
Harvey RV and Marine in Glenburn is turning 2025 holdover season into their biggest RV savings event of the year. Shop luxury motorhomes, fifth wheels, campers, and compact travel trailers, all with can't-miss discounts and pricing. Or you can shop their huge selection of pre-owned RVs for even more savings. Plus, trade-ins are always welcome. Couples, families, and adventure lovers, this is your chance to downsize or upgrade and live the RV lifestyle at Harvey RV and Marine, just 6 minutes past Tractor Supply, Outer Broadway, Glenburn.
My name's Mia, and McDonald's is helping me earn my degree. Through Archways to Opportunity, I can work and take college classes while receiving help with tuition payments. It's more than a job, it's my future. Apply today.
3.5 minutes remaining tonight in Hermon with the Hawks on top 6-0 over the John Bapst Crusaders here on Ticket TV. Brought to you in part by Mainstay Skincare. If you want to look and feel your best at Mainstay Skincare, as that one is taken from way downtown, wide of the mark. At Mainstay Skincare, Dr. Shannon Allen blends medical precision with an artistic touch, helping you achieve natural, lasting results. Visit 12 Schumann Avenue, Suite 7 in Augusta, or online at mainstayskincare.com. Mainstay Skincare, where the science of beauty is perfected. We're also brought to you by Hilder Street Auto. Looking for trucks or heavy equipment? Hilder Street Auto and Equipment, located at 2209 Route 2, is your one-stop shop. From skid steers to bulldozers to dump trucks and excavators, buy, rent, or consign with confidence. Call 951-1514 or visit hilderstreetauto.com today. Clock having to be dialed back to 3:15. Putting about 28 seconds back on it. Something to do with multiple substitutions at this stage of the game. That's what I was able to pick up.
Must have stopped the clock. I guess you don't have to do that normally, right?
Yeah,
for
no.
subs.
No.
Yeah.
Down to 3 minutes remaining here. Hermon's got a corner here. Maybe looking for a seventh. Played in by the Hawks. Almost caught out of the air by Lancaster.
Oh.
Shot in and a goal. It's the freshman Allison Stewart with the 7th of the night for Hermon. Fell right to her and she did not miss the mark.
Yes, Bapst tried to clear it. One player got a foot on it, but couldn't get enough on it, and it came right to Allison Stewart, who scored from point-blank range, her third goal of the season.
So Madison unable to complete her hat trick. I think it was credited to the other Stewart here in the booth. Right as I was getting ready to say that Madison didn't complete the hat trick, but 3 goals have been scored in the Stewart name tonight.
She was trying to take one of her little sister's goals. Is that a corner kick? Did
Yes.
Set that up?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't mark that down.
Nice take, though, by the younger Stewart, just lifting it over the top of the traffic that was in between her and the goal.
Well, she kind of took her time as much as you can in that situation, because normally there's a lot of people in there. But she had some time and got the right foot on it and blasted it over the goalie, under the crossbar, and in the goal.
Less than 2 minutes remaining here at Pottle Field. Ticket TV brought to you in part by Maniac and Sniffin' Snack. Burgers for you, biscuits for Bowser. Maniac, Snack Shack, and Sniffin' Snack, because best friends snack together. Find both in Levant and on Facebook. Tasty treats for humans and hounds. Our coverage also brought to you by Sweet Frog. From Friday Night Lights to the roar of the soccer crowd, Sweet Frog is your go-to game day treat. Stop by 878 Suite B, Stillwater Avenue in Bangor to pile on the fun with froyo and ice cream and all your favorite toppings. Sweet Frog, where sports and sweets always win.
Yeah, Tessa and Elsa Ewer have been playing the roles of Tardy and Madison Stewart here over the last 10, 12 minutes. They're the two strikers positions.
Tessa, a senior, Elsa, freshman, who was in the starting lineup tonight.
There they are. They're pushing down the field, number 6 and number 7.
Number 6 trying for the takeaway. Some physicality on display down there right in front of the referee, and a free kick to the Crusaders in the final minute. For over 40 years, Union Street Towing has been serving the greater Bangor area. They feature tow trucks, flatbed towing, recovery services, and roadside services such as lockouts and jump starts. Fully licensed and insured. Is there a chance at an 8th? A save made by Bouchard to deny Ewer. Call Union Street Towing at 942-4200. If you've got a craving, Sweet Cheeks 24-hour bakery has you covered. Open in Holden, Verona Island, Ellsworth, and their newest location in Newport, plus coming soon to Bucksport. Cookies, cupcakes, pies, pastries, your favorites, always ready. Shot played in behind the goal, and that is likely the final thing to take place in this one. The Hermon fans rise to their feet. 80 minutes has expired off the clock, and the Hermon Hawks still undefeated thanks to a 7-zip win over the John Bapst Crusaders tonight at the Pottle Sports Complex. Don't go anywhere. The McDonald's postgame show is coming up in just a few moments right here on Ticket TV.
Your local family-owned McDonald's on Wilson Street in Brewer, Union Street and Main Street in Bangor are currently hiring new team members. Schedules that fit your life with full-time, part-time, and flexible schedules that adjust with your needs. Pair individualized schedules with tuition assistance to further your education. It's a great, future-focused combination. Apply today at jobs.mchire.com. Search for your locally owned McDonald's on Wilson Street, Union Street, and Main Street. Explore your future at jobs.mchire.com.
Life is so much better when you impact the lives of those around you. And with Creative Options, you will. Creative Options provides services and support to adults with intellectual disabilities. And right now, Creative Options is looking for shared living providers who take clients into their own homes, kind of like adult foster care. You'll enjoy a generous, tax-free stipend to work from home and make a difference in someone's life. To apply for this tremendous opportunity, simply visit creativeoptionsllc.org. That's creativeoptionsllc.org.
Fall into savings at the Furniture Gallery. Curl up with a leather reclining sofa for just $8.98. Hosting for the holidays, save up to 20% on dining furniture. Get the guest room ready with 10% off bedroom furniture and sofa sleepers from $6.25. Fall in love with your home this season with the help of the Furniture Gallery. Don't miss out on 18 months special financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, and North Windham.
Nothing runs like a deer.
And Greenway Equipment Sales makes it easy to keep your John Deere running smoothly year-round. Our mobile maintenance truck will come to you and service most walk-behind and riding lawn equipment right in your yard. Just call or schedule online. Whatever the season, we'll have you tuned up, sharpened up, and geared up to mow or blow whatever Mother Nature dishes up. Contact the Smith Brothers today for service delivered.
Nothing runs like a deer. From Greenway Equipment Sales, family owned and operated since 1994.
Darling's Kia is your #1 Kia dealer in Maine, and we've got something for everyone. Whether you're shopping for an all-wheel drive gas, EV, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid, Darling's Kia has a full lineup to choose from. Plus, enjoy affordable lease programs and other incredible deals on award-winning Kias, all covered by our 10-year or 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business. The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. Shop Darling's Kia. You'll do better at Darling's.
Sometimes life is a cluttered mess, but your car doesn't have to be. At Dean's Detailing, we have a variety of packages that will make your car look new again. Change your outlook. Book your appointment now at deansdetailing.com.
He can't catch a football, but he can fetch you a home. Catch Luke at Next Home Experience.
Welcome back here to Hermon, and welcome into the post-game show on Ticket TV, the McDonald's post-game show. Extra value meal officially back at McDonald's. They're making the bold move to put value back on the menu so you can save when you make your favorites a meal. Whether you love the Big Mac, crave the Quarter Pounder with cheese, or just can't get enough McNuggets, there's a value meal for you. Stop by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor, as well as Wilson Street in Brewer, to find offers you won't want to miss. The Hermon Hawks, 7 goals tonight in another clean sheet victory. What'd you say the goal differential now is for the year? 26?
27-1.
Yeah.
It was 20-1 entering play today, and they added 7 more this evening. Just, I don't know, we've seen them 3 times now, I think. And this was their best performance of those 3. I mean, we're still early in the season, but they are looking to be
they're a force.
Juggernaut here at this point. And I'm not sure where the competition is going to come from in Eastern Maine, because I think in Ellsworth and this team here, John Bapst tonight, maybe 2 of the better teams in the Penobscot Valley Conference besides the Hawks. Now, there may be other challenges. We'll find out. But so far, no challenges really for Hermon as they've dominated their opposition.
Not thus far in the fall of 2025. Ticket TV, presented by Greenway Equipment Sales, your locally owned John Deere dealer. See the Smith Brothers in Bangor and Ellsworth, because nothing runs like a Deere. We are also brought to you by Darlings in Bangor. They have you covered for sales and service. Shop new Ford, VW, Audi, Honda, Nissan, Volvo, and Kia models, or used of all makes. Visit darlings.com. Let's get this post-game show underway with a look at the highlights presented by Next Home Experience.
Yeah, here's the corner kick, and there is Madison Stewart right there with the redirection from in close. 1-0 Hawks. There's a bid by John Bapst. Brooklyn Decker, again, she's replacing injured starter Becca Balmas for the Hawks in net. Here's a send-in with Natalie Tardy out racing the defense and then sneaking by Grace Bouchard and then scoring into an open net. First of her 4 goals on the game. A good bid there by John Bapst, but defense pursuing from behind, forced a quick shot. Here comes Tardy again. Gets past the defender with a ball, sharp angle, but a nice save there by Grace Bouchard, the senior goalie for John Bapst. Here's another race down the field. That's Quinn Bennett for John Bapst winning this one.
Game is still 2-0 at this point.
Yes,
too.
indeed. And Decker comes out and Kelly, comes out and makes a save. Tardy off the post and off the back of the foot of the goalie and in. It was what was it? 4-0, 3-0 at halftime. 4-0 at halftime.
I believe.
Yep. Can't read my notes. Getting dark. Another good save there by Bouchard. There's Bouchard again, trying to keep her team in the game. Here's Tardy again, ahead of the field. Nice shot just inside that far post. Tardy again, this time with the left foot. Off the hand. And in. That might have been goal number 4 there. Another good stop by Kelly. Ball in the middle, and there is Allison Stewart, freshman younger sister of Madison Stewart, plunking the ball in for the final goal of the game. 7-0. Hermon defeats John Bapst.
Time now to get a look at get a listen to some of the other numbers from this one. Those highlights presented by Next Home Experience. Now for the game recap, brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill.
Shots on goal, 21 for John Bapst, 11 for Hermon. Many of those Hermon shots coming over the final 15 minutes of play. Saves were 11 by Kelly of Hermon and 14 for Grace Bouchard of John Bapst. Corner kicks are 6 for Hermon and 4 for John Bapst. Hermon now with a record of 4-0, and John Bapst Crusaders dipped to 2-1.
Once again, that game recap brought to you by Uno Pizzeria and Grill. Ticket TV coverage also presented by Eastern Maine Community College. At EMCC, every student has a story. Some are just beginning, others starting a new chapter. Wherever you are, your future can start at emcc.edu. We are also brought to you on Ticket TV in part by the Bucksport Hannaford. Bucksport Hannaford supporting their local communities and student athletes this fall, proud to cheer on their community teams and help make their sixth season a success. And we're brought to you by Mainly Audio. If your car is still living in the 90s, upgrade it to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with Mainly Audio. Visit them at Beachland Road, 191 Beachland Road in Ellsworth. Call 667-9777. Time to get you to the play of the game. And the play of the game, we're dialing it way back to the start of this one. Madison Stewart scored the opener and technically the winning goal tonight.
The winning goal. Somebody had to score the game winner. It didn't take long, less than 5 minutes into the contest. We had a corner kick by Tardy. And there's Madison Stewart, number 17, sneaks in the middle, has open space, not unguarded, basically, and redirected it off. It looked like off her chest there into the net. It was 1-0 Hermon, and
they never looked back.
Hawks never looked back, isn't right?
Quirk Auto Group bringing you that play of the game. Now time to award Player of the Game, presented by Heroes Sports Grill and Entertainment Center in downtown Bangor. Where are we going, Ernie?
Well, I don't know. Where do you suppose we ought to go for this? This is a tough one here.
I think, as we said the other night, actually in our last broadcast, when Bangor's Dom Queso scored 4 goals, if you score 4 goals on Ticket TV, you're going to be the player of the game.
The player of the game, and there she is, Natalie Tardy, with one there. Watch this one off the post, and the back of the foot of Bouchard. That's another one. She wound up with 4 goals, 1 assist. Here's another one. Watch this shot here. Nice. Took her time, snuck it inside that far post, just behind, and this may be goal number 4 for her with the left foot this time. I think it hit the goalie's hands, but too powerful over the top, and 4 goals and 1 assist for Tardy, Natalie Tardy, and her front court mate, Madison Stewart, with 2 goals and assists, so they counted for 6 of the 7 goals. And just looking for a career total here now. Career total for Natalie Tardy now, as she is a senior. She now has 74 goals in her career, including 11 already this year. 11 out of those 27. And Madison Stewart had 2 tonight. She now has 7 on the season, and she has 90 for her career. So she's closing in on the 100 goal mark pretty quickly.
There's going to be a new soccer ball added to the bleachers here in short order in Hermon. Time now to get you a look at the live events the rest of the week on 92.9 The Ticket. We've got Thursday Night Football kicking off in just a few minutes. Tomorrow, the Red Sox and Rays open up a series down in Tampa, 6:35. Coverage begins tomorrow night, 7:35 pregame, 7:05 first pitch. 7:05 is the game time. 7:35 is what I'm trying to say, getting all my times together. 6:05 coverage on Saturday, 7:05 first pitch. We have a game out of the 1 o'clock window in the NFL on Sunday, Bengals at Vikings. Coverage begins there at noon. And then that mysterious 7:35 start time down in Tampa Bay, not Sunday Night Baseball, actually starting 35 minutes after Sunday Night Baseball starts on ESPN.
Well, they want the Red Sox fans to be able to see the Patriots game.
Sure, yeah, just clear out the afternoons. You know, I'm okay for it. I'm there for it. Clear out the afternoon for some NFL football. Here's what's coming up the rest of this week and into next on Ticket TV as we take a look ahead at the upcoming broadcasts. Friday Night Lights brings you to Doyle tomorrow night in Brewer, where the Witches play host to the Nokomis Warriors at 7. We have a triple header of action on Saturday here on Ticket TV. The Bangor girls hosting Camden Hills at 2:30, and then we shoot our way up to Old Town, where the Coyotes host the Eagles for a doubleheader. Girls up first at 5, the boys to follow at 6:30. Only thing left to do here tonight in Hermon is give credit to our Ticket TV crew around the grounds. Max Pottle down in the truck, directing, producing, whipping up the graphics. Callum Bryant was our lone camera operator. It was Matt Cunha down in the truck, so Callum did not hear us talking about his uncle, as I thought was the case. Matt Cunha, assistant director, and on the scoreboard. And Ernie Clark joining me on the call tonight. A 7-0 victory for the Hermon Hawks. This has been High School Soccer on Ticket TV. We've got games coming up tomorrow and Saturday. I'm Mark Paulette saying so long tonight in Hermon.
High school sports on Ticket TV is presented by your local family-owned McDonald's on Main Street and Union Street in Bangor and Wilson Street in Brewer. Greenway Equipment Sales in Bangor and Ellsworth. Nothing runs like a deer. Darlings Auto Group. You'll do better at Darlings. Visit darlings.com. Next Home Experience, the market leader. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience. The Furniture Gallery, a family-owned Maine company with locations in Bangor, Augusta, and North Windham. Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center, the place to be in downtown Bangor and at herosportsgrill.com. Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop source for office equipment and office furniture. Dean's Detailing, the leader in auto detailing since 1971. Book your appointment at deansdetailing.com. And Northeast Driving School, Greater Bangor's #1 driving school for 56 years. Eastern Maine Community College, one college, many possibilities. Visit emcc.edu. High school sports on Ticket TV is also brought to you by Maine Trailer, Dairy Queen in Old Town and Bangor, Uno Pizzeria and Grill, Acadia Federal Credit Union, Flash Me Maine Photo Booth Rentals, Autumn of Life Home Care, Black Fly Coffee, Angelo's Pizzeria, Hartford's Auto Service, UMaine Online, Old Town Redemption Center, the Coach House Restaurant, UMaine Athletics, Bennett Auto Center, Tiller and Rye, Orno and Callis IGA, The Growing Place, Bangor Tire Company, Pat's Pizza in Hamden, Union Street Laundromat and Dry Cleaning, Danforth's Down Home Supermarkets, AM Construction and Roofing, Doors Equipment Company, Hillside Athletics, The Fitch Company, Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales, Tim's Plumbing, The Farmer's Table, Knowlton Automotive, American Made Home Goods, Back Alley Bar and Grill, RT Electrical, Auto Radiator Services, Mainstay Skincare, Pucksport Hannaford, Mainly Audio, Maniac Snack Shack and Snip and Snack, Sweet Frog, Union Street Towing, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, Creative Options LLC, Brewer Federal Credit Union, Down East Toyota, Husson University, Harvey RV, Seaboard Federal Credit Union, Thomas College, First National Bank, Napa Auto Parts, and Hammond Lumber Company. High school sports on Ticket TV is a production of Sportsnet Maine and Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket.